Hey guys, and welcome back to my 5th Look What You Made Me Do makeup inspired tutorial for Taylor Swift video. If you guys want to see how this look is created, then keep on watching. Starting off, I will be going after this picture, which is Taylor when she was standing on top of the other Taylors. It is such a clean and crisp look. So starting off, you want to have very moisturized skin. So I just took my Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer with the SPF, and then on top of that I am going in with some llllliiiiiiilllll primer just to ensure that it just looks very hydrated and dewy. Moving on to the eyebrows, it's almost even less than the previous videos. You want to fill them in just the tiniest amount and keep it very arched, but again, it's very natural brows. And so to start concealing all of my blemishes, because again, Taylor's skin looks so perfect, I'm using the Kat Von D Lager Tattoo Concealer, and I'm going to be placing that all over my face and then blending. And then placing some of that concealer also underneath my eye and on my eyelids, just to even more ensure that my skin is as flawless as possible before putting on the foundation, just so it's very thin. And the amount that I'm putting on is hardly anything, it's just enough to cover. For this foundation, I wanted to use my most natural foundation, and that is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade 202. Just adding a very thin layer to just even out my skin tone. Again, in this video, Taylor's skin is without blemish. So I'm just going to be adding a nice layer of that. It has great coverage, but it just looks like skin. For my concealer, at this point I'm almost embarrassed because I don't think I've ever not used these concealers, but I'm going to be using the Fit Me, and then a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape to highlight and to give me extra coverage, because again, this is such a flawless face makeup. And then blending it out, and I'm blending very lightly because I want the most coverage as possible. I just obviously want to blend out the edges, but I don't want my beauty blender to absorb any excess. I just really want to have the most coverage as possible. And then of course my same Fit Me powder. Now I'm actually setting my entire face with this, like to the point where it's almost matte, but I am going to go now spray over it with some of my primer water to completely make my skin again look, it's going to set it and it's going to set the powder, but it's going to look like skin again, and it's not going to look like I used any powder. For the eyes, they're done. All I'm going to be doing is taking some liquid liner and just applying a very thin coat on the top lash line as she has in the picture, because she was wearing falsies, and my assumption is it was just to hide the band. So just adding a thin coat of eyeliner. And then I'm going to go in with my Lash Sensational, and I am going to apply a really generous thick coat. Now if you don't want to wear falsies, this look would look completely good if you just stopped at the mascara, but for the look, she was obviously wearing false eyelashes, so I'm going to stick to that. And I'm going to go in with the Ardell Faux Mink Luxuriously Light lashes in the shade 813. Now I love these, and these look literally like what she was wearing in the picture, but they are such a pain to put on. The band is it's one of those invisible bands, but it is so thick and it doesn't mold. But applying my lashes, I let my glue get tacky for about 32 seconds to a minute, and then I apply it on and I fan it just to let it kind of stick even better. And then I just start sticking in the edges as possible. It is something that I'm still really not good at, but practice makes perfect. If you're not good at this, just keep practicing. And then like magic, it's done, and I wish it was that simple. These lashes are so natural, and I really like them. They're just a pain. Now I'm going to be applying some mascara to blend my lashes and also on my bottom lashes. For highlight, she wasn't really wearing anything on the face, no bronzer, no blush, nothing, but she did have a little highlight like on her nose and just the tiniest bit on her face to add to the dewiness. The place where it was most obvious though was the tip of her nose. She had definitely some highlighter there, but I wanted to add to the dewiness and just put a little bit of my Sleek Solstice all over my face. And I didn't use my e.l.f. baked highlighter today. It was a miracle. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to be taking the Tanya Burr liquid lipsticks in the shade Christmas Stocking. Now, on camera, it actually looks like the perfect shade of red, but in person, it's just slightly too orange. So on top of that, I am going to go in with my NYX Soft Matte Lip. Yeah, Soft Matte Lip in the color Copenhagen. Just the slightest couple of dots to, I don't even know what the tone, it just kind of changed the tone a little bit because it wasn't that orangey in the video, but it wasn't a straight red either. I don't know how to explain it. So just a couple dots on this to blend it out and make the lip color more like the picture. So that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We still have 3 more tutorials coming up from this video. I am so stoked. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. So I am dying here. Why did I put my hair like this, and why do I look like Harry Styles in 2014? As I was editing, I tried to make it look like the video, and all I ended up doing is looking like Harry Styles.